6 steps to balance in your business as an entrepreneur. Hi, this is Tim, founder of the Online Entrepreneur Academy, and together we're building your ultimate freedom business. I'm going to give you the cliff notes of a brilliant live stream by Michael Farino. You can click down below this post on the wall to get the full 20-minute version of it. It's well worth your time. I thought I would give you the bullet points as quickly as I could, the 6 of them. Number 1, have set business hours. What are your operating hours? Do your customers know? Does your family know? It's critical. He gave the example of those of us who might be doing our entrepreneurship as wannapreneurs toward being a full-time entrepreneur. So possibly we're running a job, part-time or full-time, in addition to the building of our business. If that's the case, he had a brilliant insight, which is that, an employer is only going to pay you enough to get you to keep coming back to work. Your job is to give that employer no more than is necessary to not get fired. And the essence of that is that you've got to keep some gas in your tank. You've got to keep some mental gas, some spiritual gas, some emotional, social gas in your tank, or you'll have nothing left for the building of your own business. So the business hours applies, of course, to clear communicating of when you're operating. It also applies, as he brilliantly suggested, to making sure you keep some gas in your tank. You can't give it all to everyone else and think you're going to be able to build a business at the same time without anything left in your tank for the building of your business. Keep some for yourself. Kick it down if you're working another job. Kick it down just a gear or a notch to make sure you're reserving a little bit for yourself. That one was really strongly emphasized. Number 2, when you are closed, truly be closed. And I'll just give you what I do. Switch your phone to do not disturb. That takes care of a lot of the notifications that tend to grab our attention and take our focus away when we're off the job and we're still checking notifications. Number 3, learn to outsource. This again is a brilliant suggestion. It is line in line with knowing your strength. You should be doing what you are best at. And those things that are not your strength, get it to somebody whose strength it is. Another way to look at it is understanding your dollar amount, your worth per hour of time. And if you can get that job to somebody else and benefit them, paying them to do that outsourcing, you are best your time is best spent invested in that which is your strength. Let other people assist you by outsourcing to them. Number 4, get yourself a break. It is an absolute must that you figure out what the cycle of needing a break is. Taking a break is for you. Michael shared that he does a 90-day all-out burn and then takes a week off. That's something I think I might very well implement myself. That seems to work well for me, to go all out and then realize when is the appropriate time to take a pause and recuperate from that before you do it again. Number 5, work smarter, not harder. This had to do with identifying people that you're working with on your team or in your surrounding environment, maybe even in your family, and implementing their strengths. Once again, somewhat part and parcel with outsourcing, putting other people's talents on nitrous oxide is what Michael suggested, being a car buff. Nitrous oxide is a fuel that you can put into most motors if they're prepared for it, which allows them to burn at just an entirely another level, which is what any one of us are able to do when we are applying our naturally inherent strengths. So identify your own, identify those of the people around you, and implement strengths. And nitrous oxide will be essentially the natural outcome of that, because we all love to do what we love to do. And finally, number 6 is mentorship. How critical it is to get to events, as I've just returned from recently, where you have a chance to meet new people, leaders, million-dollar earners, and experience not just what they have to say, but who they are, how they be, what they do, what they don't do. And in addition, making a connection with someone who at this point in your evolution as an entrepreneur can take you from the plateau that you may be on and help you break through and overcome, right? This often needs to be somebody new, fresh, outside of our typical circle of influence. Otherwise, they're not going to recognize our crap for what it is and be able to push us, pull us, poke us, prod us, love us, to go beyond what we think our limits are. And then he suggested, Michael did, that once you've achieved a certain amount of success with a particular coach or consultant or mentor, that you get a new one to get yourself off of that plateau and stretch yourself onto the next one. Who is it who will see through your crap and motivate you to do what is necessary to make progress in the direction that you choose to go? That's it. 5 minutes. We boiled down about 20 minutes from Michael's to 5. I hope that helps you as much as it's helped me to recognize that there is an ongoing need to maintain balance as our business builds, as new people come and old people go. Find out what that is for you and implement it. And I would love to hear in your comments or questions anything that this has prompted or motivated in you, which can help further listeners and watchers and readers to be inspired in this direction of balance. I think it's critically important for our health, mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, for our families, and especially for the business that we do, that it can be a legacy, long-term sustainable business, what we're building here, with a grand vision built upon a firm foundation. Why? Because together we overcome.